This is you right after you take control of your character in Wuthering Wave, and if you have no idea what to do, welcome, because this is the complete beginner guide where I'll be going over every single thing you need to know to start playing Wuthering Wave. And with that being said, subscribe to the channel, and I do stream on Twitch. If you ever need to ask me any question, I'll be live when the game starts. Let's get started. The game will start you off with a quick movement tutorial as well as some basic combat guide. Now, the game is actually pretty complicated in terms of its combat mechanics, so I do have a completely separate video going over everything you need to know when it comes down to combat. But after defeating the second Chasm Guardian, you're gonna keep moving forward and you're gonna come across a chest. This game have a lot of exploration elements such as finding chests to get fine items or just doing puzzles in general. I'll be going over those in a little bit because very quickly, if you keep moving forward, you're gonna come across your very first boss fight in the game, Crownless. After beating this boss and then taking control of your character once again after the cutscene, this is when the game truly begins, and from here on you can do whatever you want. Which you can technically just run around and start exploring the world if you want to. And if you open the map, your map is going to look like this where it is completely empty right now, and I'll teach you how to open it up, but I'll recommend you just follow the main story quest for now. The main story quest is going to be denoted with this yellow icon, and it will tell you exactly where to go. The reason why you really want to follow your main story quest at the beginning because it guides you to go to a certain area of the game, but most importantly is that it gives you a bunch of union level EXP. Union level is basically your account level, and it's displayed at the bottom left when you open up your menu. Essentially, union level is the most important thing to level because most of the thing in this game is gated behind that level, including access to higher level dungeon, the ability to level up your characters past a certain level. They're all locked behind union level, so this is the most important thing to pay attention to. You get union level EXP in the game by pretty much just doing anything like opening a chest, solving a puzzles, doing your daily quests, spending your energies, and I'll go over each of them in a little bit, so don't worry if you don't know what any of those mean, because again, this is a complete beginner guide. The next thing the main story quest is going to have you to do is going to be killing this monster in front of you. Now this monster is going to drop something called an echo, which is basically your gear. When you defeat a monster in this game, they will drop an echo. The game will give you a quick tutorial on how to absorb the echoes as well as what does it mean to contribute to your data bank. The short version is that echoes is going to act as your gear as well as your summon, and you can equip them onto your characters to get powerful summon or just get more stat in general that help you do more damage. And again, I do have a complete echo guide on a separate video if you want to dive deeper into that aspect, but it's not very important to worry about right at the beginning of the game, and you can just think about that later in the game. Continuing with your main story quest, you're going to come across a collectible item known as a casket. If you ever see one, it's a pretty good idea to collect them. These are essentially collectible that you can find throughout the world, and you can turn them in for important item later in the game. Following the main story quest, the game is going to have you head into the city and access what's known as a Nexus Beacon. And this is how you open up your map. When you interact with a Nexus Beacon in a certain area, it will completely open up the map and reveal the area. So this is how you would open up your map. When you come back out from the city, the game will temporarily pause you and show you how you can upgrade your characters as well as your weapon. But you basically just put these EXP material into your characters to level them up. These can easily be acquired by playing the game because you can find them in like chests and stuff. Highly recommend to just stick with the main character Rover for now and level up your main character's Rover. You can acquire material needed to level up your characters or your weapon throughout your overall gameplay by completing challenge, completing puzzles, or just finding them in chests. So for now, just continue on with the main story until you meet Baiji, which unlock the CONVENE system. The CONVENE system, aka the gacha system, is how you're going to be acquiring new character in this game. Basically, you put your gacha currency in and it comes out as a random character every single time. The game is going to guarantee you a Baiji on your very first pull during the tutorial for the CONVENE system, but any other character that come after is completely random. If you ever don't know what character to pull for, using the Novice CONVENE banner is going to be always a safe bet because it guarantees you a random 5-star characters. I do have a lot of other videos talking about which 5-star is the best and which 5-star you should collect, and so again, you can check all of those out again after you subscribe. Keep on continuing with the main story quest, you're going to see a powerful red glowing enemy at some point. Just skip over this enemy for now, you can come back for it later because it does drop you something very, very powerful. Regardless, continue with your main story quest until you have finished the first arc of the story quest. And at this point, you should be Union level 6, which unlocks some really major key features. You're going to be unlocking the guidebook, which is basically a tutorial book that gives you a bunch of reward. The quests on this are pretty straightforward. They do give pretty good reward and they're pretty easy to do. They're something just like level up your characters, level up your weapon, so just do them whenever you have time. But with that being said, as always, my main advice here is just to do the main story quest until you're done with the story. The story is not too long and you know you're done when you fight the second major boss in this game, Dreamless. And the reason why you want to do the main story quest is because it just gives you a bunch of Union level EXP as well as unlock areas in the game. So that's really important to do. And once you're done with the main story quest, you're free to basically just do whatever you can explore with the rest of the game. There's another quest you should be doing, which is going to be your daily quest, also available in your guidebook once you have unlocked it at, I think, Union level 8. The daily in this game is really convenient to do. You just have to get 100 points to get a bunch of resources as well as EXP, but they're really quick. There's something like just obtain 1 echo, just do challenge 1 time, or kill 15 enemy that you can easily do by spending your daily stamina anyway. Under the same guidebook menu at the top right, you're gonna notice this icon. This is your daily energy. This is how much energy you have to claim resources every day, and you want to be using all of them every single day. If you don't know what resource to go for, in the beginning, I'll highly recommend you just go for skill material, which is under the forgery challenge. Leveling up your character skill is one of the primary way of getting yourself to do more damage, and you can check what material you need to level up your character simply by clicking over it. And again, as mentioned before, while Echo also make you stronger, I wouldn't really worry about those until endgame because it is rather complicated, so I'll skip over the entire ecosystem for now. I do have a separate video on the entire ecosystem, just again as a quick reminder if you really want to know about it, so you can check that one out and subscribe to the channel, of course. Another great way to both acquire Union level EXP as well as additional material is just do all your other side quests, especially your exploration quests, because those give you a lot of EXP and they unlock key area of the map, so I'll prioritize doing those if possible. If you head over to the store menu, you'll actually notice there's a bunch of things here, but the main thing I want to point you to is the level bundle. Based on your Union level bundle, you'll be able to get free supply pack every 10 level, and they give you a bunch of good items such as lustrous tie or additional EXP material, so it's a good idea to claim it. In addition to the store, a battle pass will be available in the game for you to purchase. Now there's a free public channel that you can get reward even if you're free to play, but if you spend money, you'll be able to get the bottom right here, so just another additional material. For the most part, this should cover enough basic knowledge for you to get started into the world of Wuthering Wave, and hopefully you enjoy the game. Take your time, don't rush to endgame. Just for reference, endgame doesn't really unlock until like a month later, just because we're pretty Union level gated, and it's gonna take a long time to get there. So I think there's no need to rush. I'll definitely be making a lot of video on different endgame. In fact, I already have a video up about the different type of endgame available in this game if you want to check that one out. But with that being said, I'm going to stop this beginner guide right here, make it a little more concise. And with that being said, subscribe for more video. There will be a new video tomorrow on how to level properly, and bye.